Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12 bands, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so...
Afterburners coming. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, it's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Touchdown, Aggies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Aggie! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Off play action. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. On 3rd down, going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Offense in a bunch formation. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 2nd down coming up. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shakes off the tackler. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get a... And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the floor.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On second down, wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. And that's a live ball. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll do it himself. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Looking to throw on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
A&M comes back out with another first down. He's going to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Got a man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform.
They'll throw it on first down.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way from around the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Texas A&M going quickly. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Give to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. And wings it incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He'll keep it himself. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hart. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And now on second down for this offense. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Dropping back, it's Holt. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Leaves it with the back. Smashes through. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the lone running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Sweet cut there. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
And the Aggies take over 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll go right back to him. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball in the air, intercepted! They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Good enough for a first down.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 17-yard line.
I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
So that's going to do it for us.